Just excited to get back to playing. You know, it's been a great bye week. I know our players are excited to play at home again, right? And do a better job this time for sure. And we're excited to get the Conwave back out and all the people in Teal Nation to support and to show up loud and strong. And our guys are excited to get out there and for conference play.
Coach, what was the biggest thing that you keyed on during the bye week that you felt like you guys needed to work on? Maybe not just one thing, but several things that really concerned you going into that bye week that you guys really wanted to focus on?
Rest. Like we were beat up, like more than everybody knows, because I'm not going to disclose injuries. We have a lot of really tough young men that played through a lot, and we needed just rest, you know, and then details, just getting back to who we are, the little things, doing all the little things right, you know, catching punts and not getting penalties and focus in on substitutions and, you know, what's our you know, ID call in a run fit, you know, and just that, you know, and tackle better and run to the ball better and throw and catch, just basic fundamentals of what football is all about. When we practiced, we focused on that. And then a bunch of young guys, getting some young guys some reps, getting an opportunity to see what they can do. That was part of the rest. We would rest some of the veteran guys that have played a lot of snaps and practice a lot of the young players, and had our Champ Bowl, you know, our scout offense versus scout defense, which was fun.
Going off that, in terms of your running back situation, clearly Washington is kind of carried the load, him and Lloyd and a couple other guys down the stretch. Where we are with Simpkins and of course Braden Bennett, have you made a decision on Bennett's situation as of yet?
No, we haven't. Simpkins will be out for the year.
Okay, yeah.
Focusing in on Old Dominion, it's going to be a tough Sunbelt matchup for you guys. Talk about opening up conference play with one of the tougher opponents in the league.
Yeah, I think everybody can beat anybody on every given Saturday or Thursday whenever you end up playing. Nothing was more evident than watching games last week when we had an off day. But certainly in conference play, you know, Old Dominion's a very good, well-coached football team. They're very unique on offense, very unique on defense. So it's been a blessing to have an extra week to prepare for those type of things, because they are different than every other team in our league. Nobody else runs the defensive scheme. Nobody else runs the offensive scheme that they do. So that's probably played to our advantage as opposed to playing them in a normal bye week or a normal week.
When you look at this ODU team, clearly their record doesn't indicate how good they are. I mean, they played at South Carolina, they played at East Carolina, so on and so forth. I'm assuming you didn't have to stress that to your players, that, you know, obviously you don't look at their records. It's a good football team coming in. They played some really good teams.
Yeah, no doubt, and we talked about that already. I mean, Virginia Tech and South Carolina, you know, are pretty good football teams, you know, and certainly no disrespect to East Carolina, so are they. And even Bowling Green going up on the road and winning in the last minute. And they've had some injuries. You know, they've had to play a couple of different quarterbacks throughout their season so far this year. Lost their best player on defense in Henderson, the linebacker. And so, you know, they are coming through adversity. They're growing as a football team, and I address that to our team. You know, they continue to improve. They continue to get better. They're a very sound, stout defense and a very high explosive offense. So we got to come and play and bring our best game.
The one thing that pops off the sheet when you look at what they've been doing is turnovers. Got a high amount of turnovers, and you guys are creating turnovers. Obviously, that's an area that you guys are looking at that maybe you'd be able to exploit on.
Yeah, no doubt. I think, you know, we talked about this. I say it. Sometimes I think the media thinks it's coach talk, but when you win the turnover battle and you could win third downs and you could score touchdowns in the red zone, you probably win the game, and more times than not. Last week we lost the turnover battle. We were awful in third down. Guess what? We lost the game. Like, I mean, you could pretty much look at those three statistics and figure out whether or not, for the most part, whether you win or lose. They're going through the same thing. You know, you listen to Coach talk about their football team going 3 for 3 in the red zone, scoring 3 touchdowns against Bowling Green. And, you know, that's true. That's probably why they won the game. And you can hold teams to field goals and you score touchdowns and not turn the ball over and stay on the field. that's going to be a big part of the game.
Coach, offensively, when you go up against Old Dominion, how much of a challenge is making sure you know where Jason Henderson is?
Yeah, there's no doubt he's a fantastic football player, and they're missing him. Although the guy they got playing for him, number 10, he's done a really good job. He's their leading tackler. He's leading the Sun Belt Conference in tackles. He's around the football on every play, and part of it's the defense and the scheme, and they do a good job coaching. But it's hard to get to all those guys with him and that middle safety extra player, and so it's a very unique system and allows those guys to run. Their D-line does a good job eating up blocks, and those guys can run and make plays.
Stepping aside from football real quick, Coach, have you been able to reach out to the App State program, the App State coach, and talk to them a little bit and just kind of send your prayers and regards and any kind of help that maybe Coastal can do to help those people up in Boone?
I did. I talked to Sean, I don't even remember, last week. End of the week, beginning of the week, just to see how he was doing, his family, how his team's doing, and sent back just some pictures of roads completely destroyed. You know, I'm not talking about like washed, like covered with water. I'm talking about they're gone. Boy, it's pretty devastating up there, and our prayers are out. I told him anything we could do, and we're as a university trying to raise some funds to help them out any way that we can. And we've posted a lot of those on social media, ways that people can contribute to help, and I wish them the best. I can't imagine how hard it is trying to get ready to play a game with all that going on too. All good? All right, thank you.
Thank you.